Welcome to Threads and Shadows, where the tea isn't just hot, it's scalding. From brutal breakups to backstabbing besties, we serve up the drama you didn't know you needed. 7 savage stories, 0 chill. So grab a snack, mute the group chat, and dive into the chaos. Because in this world, loyalty is optional, but drama is guaranteed. They treated me like trash for years. Now they're groveling because I'm richer than all of them combined. I'm married into an old money family that loves appearances. I was the outsider, didn't go to their schools, didn't come from wealth, and didn't wear the right labels. At dinners, they talked around me. Family trips, I wasn't invited. They called me the barista bride behind my back because I used to own a tiny coffee cart. What they didn't know, I sold that business. Then I built another and another. I now run 3 companies and quietly cleared 7 figures last year. Never bragged, never needed to. My husband knew, he was proud. But when his sister got married, I was uninvited. No +1, no explanation. That's when something snapped. I booked myself a solo trip to Santorini instead. Posted 1 photo, just me on a private yacht with the caption, "Not attending the circus this year." Suddenly, they started texting, calling, saying how family is everything, inviting me to brunches, baby showers, family weekends. Now they think I owe them warmth, but I don't. They loved me more the moment they thought I had money. I loved myself more the moment I stopped caring. My flatmate moved in with her cat, this clingy, needy little creature she treated like royalty. It used to sleep on my stuff, scratch my furniture, and stink up the whole flat. I asked her so many times to keep it out of my room. She never listened. She'd baby talk it, say it had anxiety, and laugh like I was the crazy one. So when she went away for a week, I rehomed it. Yep, I found someone online, nice woman, lots of land, other cats, and gave it away. I even bought it a brand new bed and toys. It's obviously better off. When my flatmate came back, she freaked, cried, screamed, threatened police, like I kidnapped a child or something. I told her it ran away, but I think she knows. We barely speak now since she's moving out. I feel a bit guilty, but also, the flat's never been more peaceful. Am I a monster? I don't think so. But maybe the internet will tell me otherwise. I know I'm gonna get hate for this, but I fell in love with my best friend's ex. Let me back up. She dated him for 5 years. Her high school sweetheart, her forever. They broke up, it was messy. She swore she was done. We stayed friends, but I always knew there was something between him and me. It started with late-night texts, then coffee as friends, and before I knew it, I was sleeping over. She found out through her daughter. Yeah, her daughter. He has a kid. She's 6. I used to babysit her. Now, she calls me mom. I never meant to replace her, but the kid needed someone stable. And honestly, I love her like my own. My ex-best friend blocked me everywhere. She says I crossed the line. Maybe I did. But I didn't steal him. He came to me. So tell me, am I a homewrecker? Or did I just find my happy ending in someone else's mess? My mother-in-law has always hated me. I'm not wifey enough for her perfect little boy. I work full-time, I don't bake, and I sure as hell don't ask for her advice. Last weekend, I invited family over for dinner. I cooked everything from scratch. Pasta, salad, garlic bread, even made tiramisu. She takes 1 bite and goes, "Wow, store-bought really is convenient these days." I just smiled and said, "Good thing your son prefers my kind of convenience." She went quiet for about 5 minutes. Then, in front of everyone, she says, "Well, if my son marries someone more like me, maybe he'd have a real meal and a clean house." I was done. I stood up, smiled again, and said, "Thanks for coming. You can leave now." My husband backed me, but now the entire in-law side is texting him saying I overreacted. His sister called me controlling. I said, if she wants Sunday dinner, she can host it next time, with her perfect manners. So, am I the a-hole for kicking my Emil out over a joke about my cooking? So, I'll admit I've always been the outgoing one in my friend group. Not in a cocky way. I just have that kind of energy that people naturally gravitate to. I was prom queen, I get along with guys easily, and my TikToks go viral without even trying. My best friend, let's call her Bella, is the opposite. She's sweet, quiet, kind of awkward, always the sidekick. She even used to joke about it. Anyway, she got engaged a few months ago, and I've really tried to be supportive, even though I'm in a bit of a dry spell, career-wise and romantically. But Bella's wedding planning started to feel off. She picked beige bridesmaid dresses. She wants us all to wear our hair in buns. No dancing after 10 p.m. No speeches, no phone. Basically, she's sucking all the fun out of it. I tried gently hinting that she should loosen up. People want a vibe, not a silent retreat. She got defensive and said, "It's my day." And I said, I know, but it doesn't really feel like you're the bride. You're not exactly the main character type. I didn't mean it as an insult. I meant, like, maybe she could hire a planner or something with vision? She started crying and left the group chat. Now everyone's calling me toxic and self-centered, but I was trying to help her not have a boring wedding. She's just not used to being the center of attention, so A to A for telling my best friend she wasn't main character enough to be a bride. 3 months before he proposed to my sister, he and I had a drunken one-night stand, and no one knows. Am I that asshole for staying silent? This happened about 5 months ago. My sister, 27F, had a huge fight with her boyfriend, 29M, and they were on a break. He came to a party I was at, and we both had too much to drink, and it happened. I told him the next day to tell her to come clean, and that they obviously weren't right for each other. He begged me not to say anything, swore it was a mistake. I told him if he didn't tell her, I would. He ghosted me after that. I thought she'd find out eventually, or he'd grow a conscience. But now they're engaged. She just asked me to be her maid of honor. I feel sick. I haven't told anyone. I keep thinking if I tell her, I'll ruin her life. But if I don't, I'm just lying every day. So, am I the a-hole for keeping it a secret? I know I'm gonna get hate for this, but I fell in love with my best friend's ex. Let me back up. She dated him for 5 years. Her high school sweetheart, her forever. They broke up. It was messy. She swore she was done. We stayed friends, but I always knew there was something between him and me. It started with late night texts, then coffee as friends, and before I knew it, I was sleeping over. She found out through her daughter. Yeah, her daughter. He has a kid. She's 6. I used to babysit her. Now, she calls me mom. I never meant to replace her, but the kid needed someone stable. And honestly, I love her like my own. My ex-best friend blocked me everywhere. She says I crossed the line. Maybe I did. But I didn't steal him. He came to me. So tell me, am I a homewrecker? Or did I just find my happy ending in someone else's mess?